Okay, again, blend tool. All right, I'm holding down the Option key when I drag. Smart guides are really helpful in this instance. You double click on the blend tool and you can change the settings. Like I said, I normally just use it for specified steps. All right, once you get that set, you click and you click. That gives you your specified steps. If I want to break this apart, right now it's all one object, and that's the way it will maintain. I go to Object, Expand. Okay, that does that. Then I go to Object, Ungroup, and now I've got separate pieces in case I wanted to work with them separately. All right, so that's the blend tool. Just something to show you because it does come in helpful. Type tools. Okay, one thing I didn't go over was type. Right? You may need type for your poster design. Here's the type tool. There are two ways to type in Illustrator. One is I can drag and create a box. You will notice immediately that it fills it with type that's highlighted. You can just delete it. The reason it fills it with type that's highlighted is it used to be that when you created a text box like that, there was nothing in it. And you'd have people that had 42 text boxes that they've never seen before because they keep making text boxes and don't realize they're there. Okay? So when you do this, the box will change size, but the type won't. You see that? And I have this red little warning here. That red warning is telling me there is type going beyond the size of my box. So I'd have to bring my box this way. Okay? To change my font size this way, in my properties, right on my character panel, and if you don't see that there, you can go to Window, all right? Scroll down, Type, and here's all your type panels, okay? And I can change my font, anything I want, and I can change the size, and I can even change the color. Whoa, yellow's bad. Yellow bad. Okay? So that's one way to type. Right? I can also just click. The nice part about just clicking is I can actually scale this, I'm going to hold the Shift key, like an object. And that's quicker sometimes than this. I click type if I'm not doing a paragraph. If I'm doing a single word, a headline, something like that. Or turning it into art or anything like that, okay? So I click type. You can also, next to this little handle here, if I double click, that actually turns it into the other type, okay? So here, and I can change it back. Double click, now I'm back to my box type, all right? So you have the regular type tool, all right? You have the type in an area tool, which if you create a shape, will type inside of that shape. You have the type on a path tool. If you don't remember what the type on a path tool is, you can draw any path you want. With the type on a path tool, you can apply type to it, which can be a lot of fun. All right. Underneath that, you've got vertical type tool, which is exactly what it sounds like. Vertical area type tool, which is the area type tool going vertically. Vertical type on a path tool, you get the idea. All right. So the type tools are there. All your settings are over here in your character panel, and you can change all the different settings that you want to mess around with over here. Let me go to my color panel. Okay. So those are the type tools. The other thing I wanted to quickly talk about, because we had a question yesterday, and that's bringing images in to Illustrator. Okay? And so we'll go over this because, thank you. We'll go over this because some of you were bringing images in yesterday, and we're having a little bit of trouble. Now remember, when you search for images, you want to make sure that you're going to Tools. All right? You want to go to Images first. Go to Tools, Size, Large. The larger the image, the better. Okay? When I click on the image, this isn't actually the image. It's just a preview. So I can just right-click, open an image in New Tab, and that's going to give me my full-size image. On a Mac, you can drag and drop. You can also right-click, save image to the desktop. Okay. Bringing it into Illustrator. Here's the deal. Very simple. I just take it from my desktop, and I drag and drop it in. Now, the issue you're going to have, okay, is that you make sure that this is dragged and dropped, is that if you go to your window and you go to the window called Links, you want to make sure that once it's in here, if you're going to keep it in there, you're just going to embed it. All right, the reason for that is if I drop and drag an image into Illustrator and then I delete the image from my desktop without embedding it, which sometimes happens, Illustrator, the next time you open up this file, is going to look for that image. It's going to say, hey, where's the image? And you're going to go, the internet? All right. So I always recommend that after you bring an image in, and I'll show you that again, so you just drag my doggy image in here, okay? Here's the image, and that's under Window and Links that you just embed it. Because a lot of you are going to forget, because I forget. Now if I delete this image off my desktop, Illustrator doesn't care, because that's embedded in there. All right. Remember, that you can't open up an image in Illustrator. I can't go File, Open, and open up that dog image because it won't let me draw on it. It won't let me use the pen tool. It won't let me do anything because Illustrator still sees it as a bitmapped image, something that you can't work in vector with, okay? So that's what I had for today's little tutorials. All right. Does anybody have any questions?